Mabuhay pageant fans! Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Hey Adam G. How are you all doing? Is anyone here watching from the Visayas and Mindanao? Kamusta na po kayong lahat dyan? Sana nasa mabuti kayong mga kalagayan pagkatapos tayong daanan ng bagyong Odette. Seeing the damages and devastation wrought by this typhoon in Bohol, Siargao, and Cebu is really heartbreaking, and so our local government units, national government, and a lot of our celebrities and even beauty queens are organizing donation drives for these typhoon victims. So for those of you who would like to donate cash or in kind, you can choose your organization to course through your donation. Miss Universe Philippines, for one, has one in partnership with Sendwave app. Then Pauline Amelings is also organizing her own donation drive in Bohol as well. Then I also saw kanina Maureen Montang is also calling for help for the island of Siargao. So any amount that you could donate will really go a long way in uplifting the current condition of our kababayans down south. So as for the latest update in the pageant world, so yes, as we have seen from the news for the past 24 hours, the Miss World Finals has been temporarily postponed after a lot of people linked to its event. 23 out of its 97 or 98 contestants tested positive for COVID-19. And in a statement released hours before the pageant was supposed to happen, the organization said that it was rescheduling the finals night, citing the health and safety interests of the contestants, staff, and the general public, as per report by CNN. And while a lot of people have already given their opinion or speculation or kuro-kuro as to why it got postponed or what should have been done in order for this scenario to have been prevented, hindi na ako sasali doon. I would no longer add to the negative chorus anymore. It's already been done. Let's hope that the organization, the Miss World organization, will be able to map out a plan B in holding its finals night within the next 90 days. And the latest word I got from social media is that a lot of the contestants have started leaving for their respective countries, while the others prefer to stay longer to tour around more of the sites and tourist spots of this island nation. And as for our own Tracy Maureen Perez, yes, nakita natin, di ba? She won't be flying back home soon as she was advised by Miss World Philippines Organization National Director Arnold Vicapria to fly momentarily to New York for a much-needed break while waiting for a new directive or announcement from the Miss World Organization in the next few weeks. To be honest, guys, this is such a good call on the part of Sir Arnold for Tracy not to go back home yet, given the distance between our country and Puerto Rico, and also the fears that the global borders would close again with this new COVID-19 variant. So for me, tama lang talaga na Tracy stays muna in New York at the moment. We already have 2 cases of Omicron variant here in the Philippines, and we don't know what will happen in the next 60 to 90 days, di ba? I know our country might be able to contain it like what we are doing now, as we are now only averaging 100 cases per day compared to 2,000 to 4,000 cases before. And baka pag nangyari yon, baka hindi pa makalipad uli si Tracy pabalik ng Puerto Rico, assuming our country gets categorized again under the red list. So, whereas if Tracy is there in New York right now, mas makakagalaw siya, di ba? Right? And as for everyone asking how Tracy has been since this announcement, well, I am glad that she is dealing this with utmost level-headedness and calmness. Her team, some of her team members had already disclosed that she tested negative, which is good, thank God. She tested negative for the virus and is still in fighting form for the final sana. Part of the reason as well she is not panicking is because of the support that she has been getting from our Filipino community there in Puerto Rico. Marami palang nagmamalasakit na mga kababayan natin for Tracy there with her current condition now. Tapos, nandoon pa yung members ng core team niya from the Miss World Philippines organization to watch the finals. So at this point, Tracy is really in the right headspace to deal with this latest Miss World announcement. And kita nyo naman, di ba? Sino sa inyo updated pa rin sa social media? She is very much in high spirits right now as we see her photo with Gazzini and their common friends having dinner in a restaurant there. Perfect timing din yung pagbakasyon doon ni Gazzini to check up on her fellow Cebuano beauty queen since the postponement. I'm really glad that she is fine and taking things in stride as she thinks about her next move there in Puerto Rico or in the US very, very soon. So as for Tracy, I really consider this postponement as some sort of a blessing in disguise for her current Miss World bid. Hindi pa talaga tapos ang laban, guys. I know, oo. Lahat tayo nabitin with this announcement. But if you really think about the silver lining of her situation right now, may pag-asa pa talaga tayong manalo ng ating second Blue Crown as wala pang nakokoronahang bagong winner. 'Di ba? It ain't over until the old fat lady sinks. So if I were Tracy right now, I will come out with my one last final hustle to win our country's second Miss World crown, considering she will only be in the US for the time being. There are so many ideas running in my head which I am sharing now so she could strengthen her Miss World campaign further in the next few days. So while she might now be on holiday mode, she may consider some of my suggestions to maintain the high momentum that she has in Miss World right now. And I've got 3. So first suggestion, I want her to strengthen her BWAP para kay nanay project further. No doubt, her BWAP project really strengthened Tracy's campaign for our second Miss World crown. Talagang everyone has just fallen in love with how she articulated her advocacy to the Miss World organization. And ramdam na ramdam ko talaga na nagustuhan siya ng Miss World organization for her great communication skills and gift of storytelling. Kaya napasama siya sa top 6 best BWAP videos for Miss World this year. Talagang napukaw niya talaga yung attention natin lahat with her heart and humility and her brilliant storytelling. So even while she is there in Puerto Rico right now, I hope she can still constantly update us on social media regarding her BWAP's current projects, whether through donation drives or just checking out how some of these single mothers she featured on her BWAP video have been doing right now, considering her community in Cebu has been severely affected by Typhoon Odette. So in her BWAP video, diba, napanood natin that, the solo parents featured there are asking for a sustainable livelihood through her platform by equipping them to be computer and financially literate with various trainings. And I think Tracy can easily do this to call for help for her BWAP video kasi she has reached 100,000 followers now on her Instagram account just a few days ago. So for me, Tracy has to capitalize on this because let's face it, Tracy excels when she speaks. Pag nagsasalita siya, she shines. Since kilalang-kilala na siya ng mga girls at Miss World organization, feeling ko she might as well continue this momentum. And one way of doing this is engaging her following more on social media about her BWAP video by probably doing what her fellow Miss World Philippines candidate Joy Barcoma did with her BWAP project when Miss World Philippines Finals was also postponed for 1 month recently. Di ba natandaan nyo, we saw Joy doing a lot of interviews with a lot of people concerned about her mental health BWAP project on her Instagram account. And it paid off as a lot of people got to know more about her advocacy. Eventually, Joy won the highest special award during the finals night. Diba? Naalala nyo? So if you apply it to Tracy's case right now, well, what I could think of as well is for her to do online interviews with pageant vloggers or seek the help of her celebrity friends to promote her BWAP advocacy on social media and spread its message further. Second suggestion, make more pasabog shoots in the next 60 to 90 days. I know, guys. I know she is so far away from us right now, and doing pasabog photo shoots may be the last thing on Tracy's mind right now at the moment, as she has to focus more on taking care of her well-being, given at this time of uncertainty. However, if she knows how to play the game, maybe she could still do photo shoots while waiting for the announcement from Miss World. I know she doesn't know anyone in Puerto Rico and doesn't have the connections to pull off some things there, but maybe it is also these same connections which could still help her come out with new photo releases in the next 90 days. So for one, the Filipino community there in Puerto Rico is very much supportive of her bid right now. Diba? Naalala nyo, sinalubong siya when she arrived in Puerto Rico a month ago. Natandaan nyo, while some of her team members naman are already with her in Puerto Rico. And just kanina, we saw Gazini visiting her at the same time. So maybe, naisip ko, she could ask help from our kababayans there to help her achieve this goal. Si Gazini, if you remember, modeled for Oliver Tolentino in a fashion show in LA recently. So maybe Gazini or her team members could pull out a new wardrobe for Tracy for the pageant. Kasi guys, naisip ko now, kung pababalikin lahat ng mga contestants like Tracy sa Puerto Rico within 60 to 90 days, I don't think it will just be for a one-night event only. I trust it will be a 2-day or a 3-day event or at most a week. So whether her new wardrobe will be shipped all the way from Manila or sourced from our kababayans there in the US, that's something that I am so excited to look forward to. What is just so brilliant in this situation lang is that she is in New York right now. She will be in New York very soon with fresh perspective, fresh ideas, with fresh photographers coming to help her. So ito yung mga photos or videos na pageant fans and admins like me will be very much excited to repost on social media. And my third and last suggestion, reassess. Tracy should reassess her evening gown and look for the upcoming finals night, kung kailan man yun. If there is one bright spot for Tracy given this postponement, it's that she can still reassess or recalibrate her look for the finals night within 90 days. Since hindi natin alam yung evening gown or yung look niya for the finals, kasi nga dapat nangyari na to nung isang araw, maybe she could use this time whether to change or retain her finals evening gown. Because let's face it, for sure, Tracy must have seen some of the gowns her fellow contestants would be wearing for the finals during the rehearsals before the announcement of the postponement. Kaya, kahit hindi pa natin nakikita yung gown niya, for sure, nakita na niya yung mga gowns ng mga competitors niya in terms of colors, cut, design. So, if ever, she still has time to switch. And I think she could use her Instagram account to gauge some of her best looks that she had for Miss World for the past month. For me, she really looks amazing with light makeup and straight hairstyle. Kasi for me, she really looks so regal and beautiful there. Natural beauty and youthful looking siya. So, pag ginawa niya yun, she's so Miss World. So having these suggestions mentioned, I also would like to encourage us Filipino pageant fans to refrain from fueling more rumors brought by this sudden postponement of the Miss World Finals. Let's no longer spread rumors or negativity by engaging on chismis or loose talk which are so baseless kasi it will just reflect back on Tracy there in Puerto Rico right now. Sayang lang talaga yung magiging effort ni Tracy right now if we will just engage in more speculations about what had just transpired. Kasi guys, believe me when I say, ang lakas-lakas talaga ng laban ni Tracy for Miss World this year. So let's no longer negate all her chances by simply engaging on baseless speculations. I mean, sino bang may gustong mangyari ito na ma-postpone ng finals night? And I think the Miss World organization has been doing its best to contain or to, to address this situation. And at this point, let's no longer blame which part was at fault at the most here. Whether it be the contestants or the organizers themselves. For me, they simply did their best they could at this time. Diba? So there you go, guys. What do you think of my few suggestions for Tracy in the next 90 days? Do I make sense or not? Kasi at this point in time, guys, there is nothing I want for Tracy talaga at this moment but to succeed in her mission to win our second blue crown. So here I am making a content for her team to consider as well. I really want her to sustain her momentum there in Miss World. Umaariba talaga si Tracy sa totoo lang, guys. Believe me, guys. Umaariba talaga siya. Ang lakas-lakas ng laban niya. And I want her to sustain this great momentum until she arrives back for the finals in Puerto Rico. within the next 90 days. Alright guys, until my next video, bye!